What's up, fellow gamers? Phreak here. Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knights Flashpoint. We are running through Sibling Breakout. There's the Sibling. Part 1 was last episode. This one is Part 2. And I'm very happy to finally have a second hacker on my roster, as she will be very useful in an upcoming main story mission. He's declaring that that Matrix host is going to be a little bit tougher to deal with. Now, if we had taken a different route in, it was possible for entrance to be... I'm not sure exactly. This was the blue key door, so maybe around here or something. I'm unsure. The thing is, I do have the blue key, so I can send somebody up this way to try to grab loot boxes up here. The difficulty, there's actually 3 of them, is there are bad guys up here. And they are on patrol. I don't have really good ways of getting around all that, so I'm probably going to skip doing this. This mission can get pretty hairy. There's a lot of security. They're going to spot you. They're going to collapse in. And there actually are a lot of guards up here. Once again, age-old consideration of what will they do on the first turn. You're walking away, which is AP inefficient for me, and might let this guy see the corpse. So I'm actually going to go for the first kill relatively early. And to do that, I'm going to double yield into Gemini and let her go for a silence run at this dude. Probably want to consider knocking on this camera as well. I assume it will rotate. I don't know for sure, but I can't remove the body. I don't ultra care. But if I walk like this, because I'm in cover, the game says it will give me line of sight. So I'm going to believe the game here. And I'm going to save battery because I think there's a chance I will need some. Whew. That was a... And there's a chance this camera doesn't move far enough to see it because he kind of flew pretty far. But I still think jam kitting here is correct because it's going to spot me and I want as much delay as I can. For the rest of this, though, I think I want to let the guards get some movement and let them play their patrols out. I think this guy walks forward, this guy walks forward, and I want to see what they do. Yeah, you're walking forward, so you're a little bit easier to kill. You're walking forward, and of course you're behind cover, but you're still going to be a little bit easier to kill. So, since I want all of them, I'm going to play for a Venom Trap plus more. So if I go here, it's 4 AP, which is easily Venom Trap plus a few more shots. It's Venom Trap plus 2 shots, which I think is pretty reasonable. And should get me pretty far. I don't want to throw down Tox Cloud because I want to actually beeline to this section. But at least the Venom Trap is easy. He hasn't seen me yet. I've managed to be behind cover here. Biocode is not guaranteed in either of these, which is too bad. I get 25 for surprise target, minus 25 for the cover. Still, you're the scariest one, so I'm going to try for the poison. I miss, which sucks. We're going to go for a default kill here and probably stun that guy. Okay, this really sucks. We should still be fine. It's only 1 AP to stun him. I'm going to... Yeah, I have yield here. I'm going to let main character go. So go down to this much AP. I'm going to get spotted right away. I don't really care. I don't have a way around that one. That should be in stun range. Yep. And I just think we can throw down enough bullets that it'll be fine. He won't die in his own, but we can get him pretty low. So we get a decent number of shots here. The hacker can help. Ooh, that crit is really nice, actually. We might get him right now. Nice, we high rolled. Okay, cool. So, you know, we lost the coin flip on poisoning him, which would have made that entire encounter just trivial. The difficulty is we can't go all the way up without him spotting me, and I'm not willing to be spotted here, so... I'm not willing to shoot him either, so unfortunately we are wasting 3 AP on this turn. Actually, what I can still do is shoot. As long as I don't reveal myself, which, yeah, I'm not going to. And he won't die, so he won't, like, even though he's going to get shot, he's not going to see a body. And in this state of the game... Oh, this is the AR. I got to be careful. I got to use the pistol. Guards don't react to seeing guards get shot or poisoned or stunned. They only react to seeing a body. So you get a little bit of poison. Makes it a little bit easier. Of course, they immediately escalate to 8, but it is what it is. I think I let these people all move, figure out what they're up to, and then try to go take more territory afterwards. I think we're relatively safe from getting spotted by this guy. I could have gone for the look ahead there. I didn't. That was maybe a mistake. The nice thing is you made our jobs a lot easier. So thanks for that. You're going to walk... Oh, actually closer to us. Okay, not very far though, so you'll easily be in earshot of gunfire. So I've got to be careful about that. I want to go as far as I can, but of course he is a risk. And the question is, can I even kill them both during this turn? And I'm not sure the answer is yes. I'll let Deviant go last. So poison traps are not ideal just yet. Just because... Well, if I can kill everyone, it's fine. So, like, one consideration is running up here, going for a stun. Like, going for the shotgun, going for a stun. And then seeing if we have enough damage to kill there. That's a bit of a risk, but... I'm going to see. How confident is Gemini in getting anything done? And that is extremely not confident. So we're going to let this guy not do anything for another turn. And go for kills elsewhere instead. In fact, I'm gonna keep burning yields here. Because I'm going to ultimately use Gemini to grab this loot box and have everyone else go for kills. So let's burn down to 3 AP. I guess I actually have to go to 4. Because I need to reload as well. So we'll burn out a 4 AP. Shoot, reload, shoot. It's an ambush. He's suddenly where he's in combat. And you guys gotta really stop missing so much. Okay, we've decided it's a pistol angle. And with 3 AP, I can shoot twice. I can burn down less and try to fit a reload in, but I think just 2 shots is okay. We're gonna have lower accuracy from min-range, but we'll also get some guaranteed grazes, which I think is all we need here. One other consideration is if I had a yield, which I don't, I could have said, okay, let's wait, see how everyone else does, then go for the Venom Trap angle, but that's not going to happen here. And ultimately, let's save it for somebody else instead. Gemini has no yields left either. I think we just take the shots right away. Cool, okay. So you have no shots left, but I can just kind of run forward. I think I can get him just barely to hack next turn. It's close. And Gemini is going to go try to make this happen. So run down to 2, hit a jam kit, and then run close to the box. That should be fine. No escalations this turn. We're chilling. Okay. Cleaning that guy up should be no problem. Cleaning up this guy should be no problem. We need to do a little bit more damage to make sure he drops. Okay, so 2 guards have been sent to intercept. Now we're getting to the point where I want to throw down Tox Clouds. Or, like, at least we're almost there. You're going early, so I'll delay and see what you do. I think you're going back in. Yeah, you're just going farther up. That's fine. Interesting movement. No reason to do anything but grab the loot and then come back. But we are getting to the point where we're going to start caring about Tox Clouds. So, put you behind cover. Let you take the shot. Because you're not doing anything else this turn. And I'm not willing to risk her taking the solo mission on the right-hand side. You're going that way. You're stunned. If you're at 75 health, you're dead. Okay, yeah, so you can be ignored. Okay, so let's try to hack, which means basically go down to 1 AP. It's just efficient. Oh, no, I can't even. I would have to reload. Okay, I'm going to yield to my other 2 people then and see what they can and or need to do. So we first start with the one who can't Venom Trap and see how far she can go. Only 1 shot isn't great. Hey, what's up? I think it's once again restock the AP and go next turn. So we'll like get as close as we can and be ready to go. But I think we'll go for the actual kill. And now we can see where everyone is, which hey, this is actually a pretty juicy Tox Cloud angle. Venom Trap also seems pretty reasonable based on this. He'll take a little bit of damage, then we'll deal the rest of it later. Get our free 75 damage, which makes the next rundown just, you know, that much easier. And then Deviant can only get so far. Obviously don't want to get hurt, so we get to only go down to 3 AP. And then we crouch for as much of the rest as we can. You can still be heard while crouching, so we can only go this far. And then it's just like, well, I've got 1 AP left, so I might as well reload. There's nothing else to do. Your initial roll is 10, so we're fine. This camera should turn, and we get reinforcements. Okay, this is going to be... Yeah, this mission very frequently has a large firefight attached to it. And, yep, the camera turned. It only saw one person, but the other camera saw this dead body. Yeah, I didn't get moved far enough. So we're definitely going to see reinforcements. We're also definitely going to try to knock this guy down. So you can run up, burn your 3 AP. You can hack this gate down to get more loot. That's pretty worthwhile, I find. But we're all going first. Thank you, Glasswalker, for the 26 initiative roll. We can add even more to it with Tactical Surge. I'm going to go cut this camera down because it's just going to trigger more and more escalation, and I'd rather delay that as long as I can. Good kill there. Was always going to kill him, so we can do that. We can wait. Where do I want to send the Tox Cloud, basically? I can wait and look at patrol routes, I guess. But one thing I know I'm doing is going for this hack here. So I'm going to try to magnet in with only 2 AP burned. And actually only 1 AP because it's 1 movement point. Alright, let's go hack everything. And because it's a new stage, we get everything refreshed. Now, it's worth noting that I still have leverage here. So I can get some movement points. But I don't have any matrix leverage. Damage to connection and connection use. Have to get rid of both, basically. Exact same thing. Okay, fine. Gotta get rid of active ice. Wow, okay. I'm glad I loaded this shield because the escalation was to damage my cyber deck. Damage to cyber deck has to be repaired with money and time in the real world. Well, in the, you know, fictional world, I guess, whatever. Alright. Do I want to go right or down? I'm not sure which is better. I'm going to start this way. This for sure has traps. We know there is passive ice. We know I want to scan at some point. Unloads programs is unacceptable. I would still rather lose 10 AP. That sucks a little bit. When you use a program... I'm going to get a lot of tally here. I could leave, load, and come back. Actually, this would have been a pretty good zero interrupt turn. So the problem is I can't load all the programs I want to load. So I'm in a really awkward spot here where this is gonna generate tally every turn, and it's a 30 escalation bar, which is like rapid. I can't even load scan, so I can't even guarantee what's nearby. Because I got deloaded and I am stuck on Matrix IO. So it's a really, really awkward turn here where this isn't a big deal. This 5 tally every turn is annoying. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's annoying. I want to be AP efficient, but there's only so many things I can do when I don't know what's even around to disable. I wish I had just burned zero interrupt right here, and realized it was going to be a really gnarly thing. I didn't realize it was going to be 4 pieces here. I didn't scan first. So, I mean, I can burn this and lose 5 tally, but like, do I care more about the escalations or about being AP efficient? I think I'm just going to tank the escalations and do this. This is a lot of tally every turn. I'm going to move off because it'll be more efficient to load the program from outside next turn. Alright, that's my turn. It was rough. We hit a lot of escalations. They weren't that bad. We're going to get the AP back next turn anyway. It's like kind of okay, but yeah, it's kind of a rough one. We'll try to clean this all up we'll clean up most of this section next turn. But definitely a much more vicious Matrix host. We'll keep letting them burn down ability points, action points, whatever. And as they're grouped up, you know, we try to go for a Tox Cloud. We know there's reinforced on the left-hand side as well. No reason to take the action to them just yet. Want to make sure I'm decently behind cover. And so how far can I walk? Yeah, not that far. Like, I can get to, like, Tide, and then I can throw Tox Cloud forward. That's okay. But the question is, yeah, who's going where? They are advancing on me. So I could just say, screw it, throw Tox Cloud, you know, in that vague direction. It'll work reasonably well for what it's worth. I'm just going to do that. It's not the absolute best, but we'll get these two. Well, I guess we're only going to get one, but we'll get these guys on the transition. That should be okay. We can also back up a little bit further and make them walk farther in. We can throw Morass down for a similar reason. We're not going to walk any farther up here, so I'm just going to throw my action points at them early. And then, yeah, let them walk at me, play it safe. That should be very reasonable. I think that's a totally fine way to play this out. So they're going to walk up, that's fine. I think that cover is still reasonable, so you can keep it. Yours isn't as good. We'll try to put you somewhere. Yeah, that's still going to be in vision. Might put you farther back like this and bring you back out later. Or I might just hide you behind this other box and, you know, for 1 AP you can come back out another time. I think that's actually more reasonable. So you're going to keep waiting. You're going to go hack stuff. Let's go load everything, basically. Go away. Scan. Cool. So here's one of the big doors and here's the CPU. So let's go rush the CPU down. Minus 18 connection is kind of rough. Right, I lost scan again. Cool. I don't really care about the alarm stuff. But I do still want to clean out the Matrix host. I have 58 connection health, which is more than enough to do stuff with. Connection damage needs to go away, obviously. Scan for traps. There's none. That's cool. Scan for traps. We see one if you use a program. Well, that's annoying. Disarm you. We'll double check for traps. No more. Okay. Connection health still at 40, which is fine. We'll load active ice destruction. And then we'll clean this up, then clean that up. And then just, I guess it's going to be, yeah, clean this up, grab that, grab these two, and we're done. So maybe even during the next turn our hacker is done, which is not bad. Then we'll go make our exit. That's not too bad if it's only a 3-turn Matrix hack. Let's look ahead these guys, because these guys are always going to run towards me. At least eventually they will. Yeah, so you're running forward, and that's it. And you actually maybe hit that node during this turn, which is, you know, fine with me. No one's in range for that. That's fine. That's fine. You're into the poison. You're into the poison. We take those. Off they go. Okay, so you are really running towards us. The Diva makes this a little bit nicer, though. One of you's running towards me. Yep. Okay, you're on random hunt. More get into the poison. A lot of free damage every turn. We'd love to see it. They're going to report bodies pretty soon off of this, but that's fine. But the minus initiative, minus armor is pretty nice here. 36 armor is not too bad. Easy clap. Down you go. Yep, he's hunting. Not a big deal. We're chilling so far. This is so far the cleanest this mission has run for me, the second half at least. I always end up getting this choke point of bad guys. It just always happens here. Okay, nothing to really see. I'm in no rush for getting kills. And yeah, Morass is minus armor, minus evasion, which just useful. Yep, there's the poison. +2 tally. No one saw the corpse yet. Well, you can reload. And we can just keep waiting. We are happily holding this choke point where they don't actually know we're here just yet. No reason to throw a Venom Trap just yet. Let's see if we can clean this up this turn. 28 Matrix health is not a ton, but it's enough. That's not the end of the world. Okay, so that was a trap ice that said when you use a program, relocate the hacker. There is no way around that one. It will just hit you. So that's why things like Zero Interrupt can be very, very good, where even though here it's fine, and I can see all these things, and I can play around it no problem, how hard is this node, right? On exit is fine. Tally on action is fine. So realistically, actually, this is a very safe one to get through, because, you know, no loading of programs and, you know, punish on exit, there's nothing that's going to hit him proactively. But if I had been in the situation where, like, let's say this was actually a really gnarly one, and everything sucked. It was like, when you use a program, deload programs, minus connection health, minus AP is the like, there's some really aggressive, like, really, really bad for trap things that can really hurt you. But in those cases, you just like, oh, well, Zero Interrupt. Off we go. We're chilling. Anyway, though. Yeah, deck loses some health. I've still got some deck shield, though. It's fine. Not loading programs. Obviously, yeah, can't load programs. We'll have to go away because I'll have to reload Ice Destruction. So we get rid of these. We scan. We see that this node looks safe. I don't need to remove any of these. I don't care. Like, if we look at what's connected, right? These are quest doors. They will get grabbed by this node. We don't need the red one. It won't do anything, like, anything meaningful enough. So, can safely scan while we're here. Can't load programs. Okay, fine. We know there's a trap here. Oh, right, connection. Wait, I grabbed the wrong one. Shoot. Oh, well. Okay, now my deck is actually starting to take damage, which is too bad. That's really unfortunate, but I don't have a way around that one. If you exit, can't download, whatever. Let's get rid of 2 traps. If you load a program, not doing either of those. Okay, so it will take me one more turn to clean this out, but I've only got these 2 nodes left. So I will... I mean, I guess we're going to lose 12 connection health due to overclock. And as long as the escalation is not 18... You know, minus 18... Oh, you know what I could have done? When I got trapped over here and my stuff was screwed, I could have loaded Scapegoat because I knew it was going to spike CPU in the next 2 turns. And that would have actually prevented a little bit of escalation from Ice Death. So that was a mistake. I could have loaded this a while ago. And just on that turn, I should have just Zero Interrupted it as soon as I saw it was a 4 Ice node. But, you know, way too long. So, again, unless the escalation is minus 18 connection health, we should be fine. If it's minus 18 connection health, I get dump shocked. And that'll be really annoying. But ideally, that won't happen. So they're all still grouped. I will let them burn their turns down. You went nowhere. You're going nowhere also. Cool. Great. Happy to have you do nothing. Sees a body. Okay, that's worth killing. You ran a little bit far forward, but not too far. So, yeah. Can safely put you here to shoot twice. That should be fine. She'll come out to the left, and that will be safe. He's a captain, so he's tanky. This might be one where we want a Venom Trap. He's down to 81 health, so one more shot will do it. Which means I can probably just walk up and take the shot, and it's going to be okay. Chance that it's reasonably high. We get a couple tries at it. That's fine. Okay, and now I can duck behind cover, because he's going to take 75 from the poison. And that should be just, you know, more than enough. So we're just going to go back and we're going to be fine here. You don't got to do anything. You can just sit. Get more initiative for next turn. Down they go. We get some Glasswalker. Looks like a body timer ran out. Escalation 10. Body timers get shorter again. And they set someone to intercept, which, yeah, sure. Alright, well, let's go get 1,000,000 action points. Actually, I'm going to save this. And... No, I'm just going to burn it. It's fine. There is a small risk Deviant gets dump shocked, though, and that's going to make it kind of annoying. It's low, but it is possible. So I'm going to just null interrupt this. I don't think there's a reason not to. It's going to be AP efficient to do so anyway. So we connect. Damage to Cyberdeck and damage to connection. Actually, both of these matter, so Zero Interrupt is actually very safe. We can open these doors. It does cost me 40 AP. So there's the loot door. We got that one before his sister, to be fair. We were always going to get both, so it's fine. But technically, we, you know... Okay, you need to clear the prison zone. And it's going to be out that way. There's also another Matrix host right there. If you want more loot, you can like... you can also go backwards. You can go backwards, or you can go hack for more loot. And I do like me getting some more loot. Okay. Again. It's connection damage. We're dump shocked. Wait, are we not? Oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, we take those. Yep. Okay, the connection health is 0. You've been dumped and suffered. Okay, so it was what I thought it was. So unfortunately, I've got dump shock. I can't go anywhere. She can't start the hack because he's in the way. So unfortunately, our hacker boy is going to take an injury, likely take an injury from suffering dump shock. He's going to take stress. I do want to clean these guys out and hack this node if I can. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to switch places. So, because I don't believe I'm able to retrain recruits. I could be wrong about that one. I actually haven't checked. I could have maybe given her some more talent points. But what she does have is packet loss, so she can run over here. And she can turn off this camera for a couple of turns. We will let these bad guys move. We'll see if we get any invaders yet. So far, not too bad. He sees a body. Might want to kill that. They see more bodies. Can't see me yet, but we'll have to kill him. That's kind of nice, actually, as long as we can get a line of sight on the shot. So we got a lot of bodies to kill, or a lot of guards to kill. Thankfully, they're going to be quite low, and it's not going to be that bad. If you want to absolutely clean everything out, we hack this. It gets rid of... We can see here, like, the lines are drawn. It gets rid of the pressure plate, the laser gate, the camera. We can hack that down, grab these 3 loot boxes, and then come back, all while our hacker is up here hacking. Which I think is, you know, not unreasonable. So I don't remember who all saw which bodies. Also, you have not gone yet, which scares me a little. Because I don't know what you're going to do. I kind of need you to die. I guess all I can really do is get line of sight on, like, one guy and then duck back. So if I go to, like, here, right? If I stand here, I can shoot 2 of them. We don't shoot Sitha. Because... Yeah, I don't mind that you hear me, because I'm going to get to go first. Okay, so we don't shoot Sitha. We can shoot this guy. That's not good. That's seriously not good. Okay, I'm just going to hide again, because if Sitha spots me, I get kind of screwed. So what I'm going to do is try to get a good Venom Trap. That one's not bad. That'll get damage on somebody I care about dealing damage to. And I'm just going to hide back behind cover. That should be totally safe. I don't mind that he hears me, because we're going to kill him anyway. So you can go burn your turn. And you're going the wrong way, so you're not a threat. That's good. You're not going to see anything. You're not going to hear anything. Okay, you are going to see stuff, but you don't have a way of dealing with that. That's too bad. I don't want to walk you into the morass, so I'm not going to, you know, put you in that much danger, but we'll walk you up here. And because I know I'm going first, let's see, how low are you? We need to actually kill you. And you have a good line of sight, so we're going to have you just go for this. Alright, there's one down. You're alerted, so for sure you have to die. We get 2 shots. Regular guard's not going to be that bad, although that accuracy is not great. That, I mean, you should have hit 1. The EV was landing 1 shot there. So 2 of them can see me. Which isn't the end of the world, because we can still stun one of them. We can stun NATO. He's going to see a body, but it's worse. It's not as bad as this guy actually... Wow, we are just not hitting shots today. We got lucky earlier, but... Okay, that's enough health that we're fine. I'm going to try to kill you. It's going to be a little bit harder, but there's a chance we get enough here if we roll. Oh my gosh. Okay, we high rolled. We're in there. Camera spotted the body. No one else did. I'm going to have to stun you because we don't have enough AP. So NATO gets stunned. And we're going to rely on high rolling initiative, I think. Yeah, you're dying to poison. No, you're not. Wait, you're not poisoned? Wait, why are you not poisoned? You're in the... Oh, shoot. Okay, well, coin flip. Yep, okay. I'm confused? Yeah, okay, shoot. He's getting to report all this. I guess on the turn the poison despawns, it won't deal damage. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, well, obviously there's a lot of action reported. But he was going to go back in there and finish the job. So yeah, Dump Shot kicks you out for 1 turn, but when you reconnect, you get your connection health back. Yeah, unfortunately, the game picked, you know, a bad escalation for me. Bruh. Come on. Yeah, so use a program. I'm getting connection damage every single time. Alright, but we can safely disconnect. We got mostly what we came for. And yeah, I don't care about hacking the APU. I don't think it's valuable enough here. So you can just kind of run forward. Yeah, I'm sad that he's dump shocked. So for 2 turns, he's minus AP, minus move speed, whatever. But it's fine. I didn't check what his turn limit was on his other features, like his hacking talents. Okay, so because they know about stuff, I think I want to hide and let them move. So I will let them act based on their new knowledge. I'm going to have Christy go and grab loot for us because she's a worse combatant. She has no combat talent and she's a worse hacker than her brother right now. She's also got a decent assault rifle, which is kind of nice. A lot of stuff here. That's good. But again, we'll let the enemies get to us. The one guy who's actually a danger is stunned. But let the patrols... Yep, there we go. Let the patrols come to us. Okay, he actually saw one of us. That's a little bit more dangerous. Ooh, and that's initiative. Or that's... Yeah, that's an Overwatch. Okay, the nice thing is, though, we're in a spot where we can clean this out because you have a clean shot here. Now, worth noting, I do not have enough AP for more than 1 shot. I've only got 3 AP. Coin flip. Thank you for actually getting the coin flip. It was not a lot of damage. It's a captain, but it got us there. I could have gone back into cover, but I think I have enough damage here. And I'm going to choose a Tox Cloud this direction, so I'm going to... I think I'm going to run really far up. I'm going to run to, like, here. Make sure I, like, preserve line of sight for my teammates. But I'm going to run to here... and then Tox Cloud this stuff. Because no one should be getting hit by this. We'll make sure it like doesn't even come close to intersecting with the Matrix host. And we should clean out the room, which I think is going to be pretty valuable. We'll shoot at the captain because, well, we need him to get to 75, right? And this guy's not poisoned at all, but we need him to get to 75. You're still at 87. This gray should put us low enough. Yep, okay, you're dead. We did not land poison on him quite, so we have to take a little more caution on this one, but we should still be okay overall. Shot 1. Shot 2. Okay, he's not looking like he's going to die quite. But at least he's very, very low, and we're going to beat him on the initiative roll. So it's not the end of the world, but it's not... It's not ideal. Can you get line of sight off... Yes, okay. Off 1 AP I can get line of sight. It's probably going to be, like, 50% accuracy. Ooh, not bad. He doesn't see her, so odds are 2/3. Okay, cool. That is at least a little bit of alert bypassed. And this guy's, again, he's going to die, so that's even more alert bypassed. Very big poison. Looks like Nato's going to die just to poison. That's good news. More camera fun. Okay, so... you are dying to poison by the time your stun is over. These guys might walk up, and Circuit is honestly in a bit of danger. Yeah, we'll just burn 1 AP at a time to get into cover. Predicting them seems reasonable. Where are they headed? Looks like they're all in random patrol. Okay. You are not the safest. And I can't get her behind a good amount of cover, unfortunately. I mean, I could run up and blend, I suppose. Which, honestly, seems like a reasonable turn for it. You can just be up there, it's fine. You can wait for the actions. You, I mean, theoretically, this cover will be effective. So we'll run into the cover, and then when they run up, you can just duck. Christie's far enough away. You're behind cover. You're stunned. Again, just burn down the clock. We can't do it entirely, though. That's kind of unfortunate. I didn't realize that. I think it's a reload and do nothing angle. You're done. You can run up part way. I think you're safe to do so. I'm not really worried about that. That'll be you safely behind cover. Get a free reload. Deal with the rest later. Don't care about the initiative ordering stuff here. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. Alright, only 2 of us can act, but at least they're walking into us. Random patrol. It's fine. Yep, random. And will they go in a direction that I care about? Looks like the answer is no. Okay, well then let's go jam kit and basically sprint our hacker up. I think that's reasonable. I don't need to anger them this turn. I don't really care if they see my hacker because well, I care a little bit. Yeah, I don't care enough though. We should have no problems killing them during the next turn though. So I'm going to get like as close as I can. Like if I go here, he's going to die and will be like instantly in attack range. Like I can go pretty far without getting seen too. Wait, why are you saying you can't see me? That seems like a lie. Yeah, I'll just kind of stand behind him. And that should be reasonably safe. Nope. Vision Cone lied to me. That sucks. Oh well. It's some more escalation, but that doesn't honestly really matter. But let's see what the Vision Cone lied to me. Yep. Intruder reported. It's only +2 tally for intruder reported, so it's not the worst, but it's still unfortunate. And wasn't, you know, needed here. Well, we get a bunch of AP, and we're going to go slaughter some people. So let's see how far we want to go. Yeah, that's probably fine. I want to bank a little bit of AP, potentially, in case we need to, like, go for a stun. So I'm going to yield to behind the 17s. Can you... Yes, you can hack. Okay, good. Alright, let's go get maximum loot then. I don't care that they see him. Alright. Are my programs back? Yes, my programs are back. Okay, that's the important thing. I've even got a charge of null op. Okay, so I'm going to go through this part first, and then up to the top. I think this is more likely to find the CPU. Damage to connection. Yep. Connection, or program loading, I don't care about, though. AP and connection has to both be done. There's almost certainly some stuff here. And I'll have to deal with it. I don't think there's anything else I can do but deal with it. So, tally, annoying. Scan, trap is download. And I will have to drop program loading because I can't scan anything else. I'll download first, but still has to die. We'll load scan, and I'm going to go ahead and load another program because of the AP count. So we'll load passive ice. We'll get an escalation soon. That's fine. Yeah, we'll probably see the CPU either here or here. And then we'll just clean everything else up, and we'll like ignore this node and maybe this node as well. Resources tend to be on edge nodes, so I probably ignore both of these. This will be like a firewall or something. Anyway, can end action for turn. They all get to take their turn, so I do have to kill them. I'm going to aim towards the back because the other one's going to be in stun radius. That I can just shoot the shotgun at one of them, and we'll get the guaranteed stun, so that'll be kind of chill. We'll take the reload first, even though it is going to break my focused fire buff. It's only -14, so it's not that bad. But it might have made the difference here. And for fun, you can walk over, because what else are you going to do with your time? Actually, you could run towards this. You don't have jam kits, but I don't really care. You can just kind of run over and grab the loot box. So once this is done, once you grab this loot box, actually the other option is to spend the time to grab these, which I'm amenable to. I can't yield a second time, so the question is, do I want to risk a stun? Like, do I want to risk not stunning even? Because only Circuit and Christie can go. Circuit has a stun though, right? Let me double check. Yeah, he has a Nervotox shell. Okay, then I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to go for the shots then, because he will always have a stun available. Yeah, she missed. I don't really care. Okay, so I'm going to yield to Christie and let her shoot. We'll use the assault rifle. We'll go here. 5 AP is the best I can do, I think. Should be a decent burst. One thing you'll notice, by the way, right? So the regular AR could only land 4 bullets. I don't know if you're paying attention, but in a full auto on the regular AR, I could only ever do 2 shots per person. This one, I can do 3 shots per person, and I actually believe this gun shoots 8 bullets, so I could actually do a 3, 3, and 2. So I get a lot more bullets with this gun, but the range is much worse. So it, you know, depends a lot on what you actually need out of your gun. But UARs are generally way better at burst fire, but the required range for that is much shorter. So we'll burn down, and we'll go for just default shotgun blasts. And if we have to stun, we will. So shotgun blasts take 2 AP, and the stun works whether it hits or misses. Also, with my chance to hit being very high, and the base accuracy of the gun being 75, we are absolutely chilling. And it seems like we're going to go ahead and try to make the run for looting all this stuff. The one thing, though, is... yeah, okay, I have Scramble, so yeah, I can run my Cybernet up here, cut the wires, and run through all this, and then rely on the hacker to cut them down on the way back. Looks like no reinforcements. Oh, no, there are. Oh, and they're right there. Well, that's annoying. They're far, though, so I'm not too worried. It'll be a bit. Also, this, yeah, so the way Toxcloud works is it, like, quote, doesn't go through walls. So based on where you spawn it, it sometimes won't move forward at all. Because it'll get, like, the center points is what gets blocked. So we gotta wait this out, unfortunately. It's not the end of the world. We'll have you cut down these cameras. They can't reach me on this turn, so I don't really care right now. I could probably safely Toxcloud this. And in fact, I think I will, because there's not really a reason not to at this point. I'm not going back that... Actually, it might... yeah, it'll be so wide that I'll get path blocked here, so... I will, like, at most Venom Trap, I guess. Let's go to here. And we'll... hit him with the Venom Trap, and we're fine. They're not going to see me on this turn, so I'm just going to pass. She can go book it for the free loot. Yay, free loot. Sister has been rescued. Brother has been injured by dump shock. And I think I'm going to greed out and try to get these boxes. I could actually run anyone, because I have the blue key. Anyone can run over here and just open this door. And then grab this and come up this way, or we can cut the laser wires and go that way. We can also do both exits. So whoever goes this way, right, can cut the wires, grab, exit. As long as I don't get randomly cut off by something, which shouldn't happen, but who knows. Okay, so here's security devices. Okay, no traps. Seems reasonable to knock this down. Huh. They're both damage to Cyber Deck. That's kind of annoying. Okay, well, disarm, disarm. Sleaze, and then... I think it's legit hack all 3. Because it's going to take us a lot of AP to be done with that. And so my hacker's going to not be the last one done, I'm pretty sure. But saving the turns, I think, is... like, saving the escalations, I think, is worth... So damage to connection, can't connect, both must go. If I had one more turn, I could 0 interrupt it, but I don't have that. This is probably the CPU. I think that is very likely. So, whatever. I'll just fly in the face. It's fine. Cyberdeck damage is Yeah, it needs to go away. 10 AP is not the worst. I would rather knock this down first. I'm going to leave. Yeah, ow. Grab this. Grab this. And then tally or AP. I will take the tally. Wow, this is a lot of bonus tally, by the way. Yeah, this is the kind of thing where I really wanted 0 interrupt. This is, I'm going to get an escalation like every turn, basically. Okay. Well, next turn, I can scan. This will be likely the CPU. And then we'll clean out the rest of the node. And it's probably going to be 1 or 2 turns, which, hey, to be clear, it's going to take more than that to clean everything else out. So hit our reload, let the bad guys go. Need this Tox Cloud to end. I could start running. Like, I think running him to start grabbing the stuff is actually pretty reasonable here. So I'm going to start doing that. I think that's actually safe to do, and then I can always exit down here. There's a small risk in doing this, but I think it'll be fine. They don't know where I am just yet. And we're not getting really severe escalations. Yeah, they're just not going very far, so it's fine. It's fine. Need that cloud to end. It will soon. Alright. We've got a plan. Should be fine. They're sending the guards at us, but most of the guards are dead. So this should be pretty well controlled. And yeah, no reason not to just kind of start running. She should be able to get away from random reinforcements. They're not going to spawn for another 2 turns even, you know, at most anyway. I don't want to Tox Cloud because I don't want to block my pathing. I could Brainworm, but I don't think there's a good reason to. He can just basically open this door, grab this, then leave. She can go through, grab 2, and then come back. Actually, it's probably faster to go this way than to go back this way, so she'll probably grab 2 and come down. He can just kind of support her, I guess. So program loading isn't that important. It is the CPU. Okay, so actually there is a problem, which is I should take this down. I'm going to load scan and attack here. And I think I'm going to need them, because this is unlikely to clear everything. It didn't, so I need to attack the last pieces. Attack, attack. This crushes the CPU, which we needed. There will be ice here. Yep. That's how we can go back through. Scan. There's more ice here. If you load a program, steals AP. Gotta go back, load this, go back over. Disarm you. Scan. Okay, it's finally all done. So we've got active and passive ice here. Tally and connection use both have to die. Scan. For AP efficiency, we'll grab Deception, and then we will scan next turn. We should be done during the next turn, though. These will be very easy to reveal by using scan from that node. So we're just about done. He's done next turn. A turn after that, he can actually outright leave. Maybe even the same turn, he can outright leave. You're going to wait to see what they do. You can just kind of back up the Cyber honestly. Those 2 will clean that stuff up. You got poisoned. You're hunting around randomly. Okay, okay. Yep, we're under control, although we'll see if the next escalation makes it worse. Should go for the kill, though. Good reason to go for the kill. Okay, we're in range with 4 AP, which is fine. Wow, that chance to hit sucks because of the cover. So we've got to actually move a little bit better. And try to get to a spot where we've got clear lines of sight. Actually, okay, I need to delay here and let Gemini see what she can do, which is going to be actually nothing right now. I think it is a just stun on the first round angle and then clean up the rest after. Because it looks like it's going to be a tough one otherwise. And that's fine, I don't mind that. But yeah, we're going to need a stun here, I think. Because I'll bet you... Like, if we look at this, it'll still be hard cover. I'm not going to shoot, I'm just going to look. Okay, that's only obstructed. That's not nearly as bad. I will still take the stun, though. And then I'll get a free 1 AP shot. And then I can do the rest later. Yeah, I get the coin flip when I miss it. It's fine. I'll save look ahead. You get some poison damage. I think I want to let Lotto burn his turn down. Ah, here's our red key. We can make a barrel. Okay, here are some red key doors. That, doesn't do anything. But I assume this might have been a red key door. If I had no hacker, right, it was possible to, like, run through here, right? Here's my blue door. Maybe it was still, like, come down some other... Like, it was probably enter here or something. Like, this is probably the entrance on the other side. And we would, like, run over here, crush these gates, grab the red key, come back, open the door over here. Like, something like this probably was going to happen. I don't know exactly, but that'd be my guess. I've never run the mission without using a hacker, because the hacker is required, because it's, for me, always been the brother. Okay, so this is a pretty good time for a null interrupt or a zero interrupt. There's annoying enough stuff here where we just get the freebie. We scan. Yep, there is 4 pieces there. So it seems to be... Yep, there we go. So there's only a trap here, and not a trap here, is what this is telling me, because this scan should have been faithful. So in that case, we drop these, take our downloads. Need to reload some passive ice destruction. Come over here. I'm not going to load any programs. 4 downloads. And this is why I like full clearing these, because you often get 4 pieces per tile here. And yeah, it took us a while, right? It was 4 turns of hacking that we didn't need to do, right? So, you know, it's like 4 turns plus movement down the drain. But we got, like, I don't know, 16 or so files or blueprints or whatever. So these are always files, right? Their data warehouses have data. They have files. This is a financial hub, so it always has accounts on it. And this is a manufacturing source, so it always has blueprints on it. And then some of these had, like, pieces on them as well. So there's, like, 1 or 2 other little epic, like, downloads we had. But we're finally done. We got what we came for. I'm going to have him still stand here because we're not able to get out just yet anyway. These guys have to finish their run. I still want to have that guy burn down his turn, so I'm going to delay. You're stunned. Okay, so I'm thinking, right? If she's always going to run through this door to leave, because I'm pretty sure this route is faster than this route, she can just always grab this box. Now, I want him here as defense, though. Like, in case something goes wrong, and there's, like, a reinforcement that spawns somehow in one of these rooms, which I don't think is possible, based on what I can see. None of these feel like reinforcement spawners. But I want him to be around just in case it's really messed up for some reason. So, we'll let him hang around, even though he probably doesn't need it. Where's your patrol taking you? You'll see the body. That's a little bit annoying, but it's fine. And I think we take the shots here because... Actually, it's going to be... Okay, so what's his initiative roll? 15? There's a chance that goes poorly for us, actually. Of course, you're poisoned and stunned, so again, we're not still in a very big rush here. So we can drop back for 1 AP. We get okay shots here. As long as he dies to poison, we're fine. And honestly, he dies to poison at this point. So we can probably back up a little bit further and just keep waiting for them to actually make me have to care. I'm not going to burn this. I don't see a reason to. We're not using our AP for anything. Okay, another round of reinforcements. That's fine. As long as we can hold the line well enough that those 3 can get out that exit, we're going to be completely fine. So we can keep delaying. We can keep delaying. I'm just going to kind of put you in exit range, basically, while not being seen by the camera. So, like, I mean, we'll literally just, like, park you here. Why not? That was always going to happen. That's fine. We could retreat farther back, of course, right? We could put everyone here and just be ready to leave. There's not really a downside to that, I suppose. This choke point isn't exactly bad. So I think that's the play. Like, these guys just all stand down here. Those 2 are going to grab these boxes, then leave. I don't expect them to get grabbed, but I guess we'll see. We can scramble if it gets ugly. I will jam kit this camera because it often will turn back over. I don't want to get spotted here. And I think 2 turns is more or less enough. Oh yeah, I forgot about the pressure sensor. I did not need to care about that, or the motion sensor. I just forgot that it was going to mess with me. But I wasn't in a rush. I just truly forgot. Yeah, you're stunned. You're still going to die to poison. You just end your turn. No one's going to be in range of you. They see some corpses. Whatever. They're not new information. I can maybe try for a poison cloud here. Yeah, they all see the bodies. AI tells them to run forward. So they are getting a little closer. Just got to double check which way they're going. Okay, so they're right there. So I think the main squad just books it. And we just really hope it's going to be fine for everybody else. Which I'm pretty sure it will be. But yeah, those guys matter. The only high roll here is Sitha and Lotto. And those aren't going to interrupt the guys that I care about. So hide you back there. I'm just going to wait and see exactly where they're going. Yeah, they're all going in a straight line. They're all going there because that's where the bodies are. They're going to walk right past me. The funny thing is, I don't even think they'll see me. So there's a world where I can, like, wait and see if I need to do something else. I'm, like, I don't know why I'm being weird like this, but I'm, like, refusing to disembark on those people. Even though I don't know why I wouldn't just go. She can make it out in 2 turns, so we're going to get out on 17. This Toxic Cloud's not going to hit anything of use. I can try to run a little bit farther forward, I suppose, and maybe I'll get a little bit of something out of it. I mean, we're very far from Toxic Cloud hitting my teammates, so I can get at least something for free here. I'll go down to 2 AP. I'll see how far I can bring this. Can I get something a little... Yeah, I can get a little bit useful here. So, going like that seems fine. We get to poison them all. And again, she's like 2 turns away from getting home, so that's not too bad. I think we can evac Deviant. He's not a good combatant. So you're running forward. And I expect him to not see me. He sees a body. I don't expect him to change his turn or anything, but there's not... Yeah, okay, at this point there's no real need to do anything special here. Let's just get out. You can leave. You can leave. And the odds of my last 2 getting screwed seem incredibly low. So we should be okay. I'm just going to start skipping what the AI is doing because it just doesn't matter anymore to me. He can walk onto the exit. The poison at least slows down their movements, which is at least of a little bit of value. And thankfully, their random movements are not going towards me, so we're going to be fine. It's a solid, like, 2-hour-long mission, doing part 1 and part 2. To be fair, I don't think I've ever run this mission where I... Actually, the first time I played this mission, I did fully scour. I sent my Vanguard up through here and had to, like, save and reload to deal with patrols, because I just didn't know... I didn't understand the AI very well. But I did fully clear this and that on the way out. Still does take an hour to run, 16 turns. And the funny thing is, like, running a turn every 3 minutes is, like, I would say relatively quick for a turn of a game like this. But because we're running, 17 turns, it takes close to an hour. I guess it's closer to 4 minutes a turn, a little bit under that, but still. We can evacuate you pretty safely. They saw some bodies, they reported them. Escalation, sure. I don't know how she would get cut off. Yeah, she didn't. Great, we did it. We brought back the long-lost sister. Alrighty, we did it. Cool. That's good, that's good. I do think we have an injured hacker, though, because he got dump shocked. We could reject her. We can wait. We're gonna hire her right away. I want to hire her right away because she is gonna be useful. I am gonna want her for a story mission where I want 2 hackers. Cool. So really high XP gain, no money, obviously. A high power camera saw us once. We still get heat capped otherwise. We got our new hacker recruit. We got a lot of stuff from boxes, which is pretty cool, including crushing grenades, which I think are very strong. They are AoE stuns that have decent like distance, and we got just an absolute ton of downloads. I mean, just a dozen or so accounts. We got looks like 2 melee weapon grabs. We got a new SMG. We got a scope. We got a couple of random stuff. Yeah, the crafting like level 3, 4, and 5 weapons end up being pretty meaningful upgrades. And as we start to build more and more of the bankroll of stuff here, it gets more and more valuable. So we've got our new hacker finally. Yes, his cyber deck is injured. Cool. So this, by the way, is going to be a battle strike. I think it's called a battle strike. A battle strike mission. It is a combat-only mission where you run in, they are immediately fully aware of you, and all you do is combat. When the last guy dies, the mission ends. There's no hack, there's nothing else going on. Which basically means that, of course, people who are in the trainer are going to get combat XP, and that's fine. They're going to go ahead and, start leveling up somewhat. Your hacker can, happily go in detox, which is going to happen basically right now. What I'm going to do, by the way, is I'm going to manage the deck. And by managing the deck, I mean I'm going to change his deck and equip this one instead. I'm going to then send him the detox. Actually, stress is only at 20. It's not even that bad. So if we sort by stress, yeah, we're really not in that bad of a spot with him. But ultimately, he's not going on the combat mission. So we're going to send him to detox anyway, just to like build the control up. We'll go ahead and train up our Cyber Knight. So let's see, this is already done. I would not mind getting stun duration and power duration increase on Atomic Stutter, nor would I mind getting this upgrade here. An alternative, though, is putting in some more combat points here. Both Steamroll and Downer are quite nice. I think Steamroll is slightly better. When the Cyber Knight gets a kill, buff myself and teammates with a bunch of damage for us to turn, which is fine. The best one, though, is the 4-pointer, where you also give them all an action point. Which is, well, functionally it's a +1 move point, but, like, as long as your Cyber Knight goes first and finds the kill on something, you and the rest of your team all get +1 move point, which is quite good, I think. The radius can get gigantic. It happens every 3 turns. So, hey, as long as your Cyber Knight gets kills, and they do it at the start of turns, which, it's fine. You get some pretty nice benefits here. Free AP is just so strong. But we're pretty talent limited. Another option is Downer, which is like, hey, if I crit enemies in a fairly large radius, right? This can be 18-meter radius. Can be plus crit vulnerability minus evasion. It also cancels Overwatch. So, right, if your Cyber Knight goes first, you kill one, it crits. That crit splashes and hurts everyone else with like a bunch of crit vulnerability and minus evasion and whatnot. You can get a lot of power out of that. Interference Spike eventually lets you can bypass it because you can like skip the node and do other stuff here and save a point, and that lets you like put in more stuff here. Rewind, by the way, very helpful for a hacker, where it gives you an extra charge of every single one of their talents. So like you can cast Hard Shell a second time, you can get a third cast of Null Op if you need it, you can get a second Zero Interrupt. Like that stuff is all really nice because it recharges every talent by 1, which is very good. I want to be clear. Sync I find is kind of mediocre. It's cheap. It's very free. It costs 0 AP. But it just says like, oh, let me bring someone up my initiative, which I mean is occasionally useful, but I don't think it's worth the travel node plus the point itself. Anyway, I have 2 unspent points, and I'm just going to make my stun much better. I'm going to have the armor reduction go up. Crit vuln and armor is about as good. The question is, do I want to kill them in 2 turns? The answer is probably yes. So I think we just take Atomic Stutter here, and we make sure it's like they're stunned, and we'll kill them quickly. Like maybe we kill them like during the last turn of the stun or something. So that's pretty valuable. This guy's in the trainer. Emila's ready. We might bring her. Like our squad will probably be Vanguard, Scourge, Cyber Knight. second Vanguard? That's not great, but we can give her a sniper rifle or something, potentially. She doesn't have the most combat talents. Maybe we respec her. Maybe we actually let some of these guys come out of the combat trainer and we run, you know, we like put our hacker into there or something. I'm not sure. We might actually wait for these guys to come out. We'll think about that later. I'm just going to finish training everybody. So let's do... I'm going to manage the deck. And by doing that, I'm going to give her the big deck, the level 2 deck. I'm going to send you to training. I will do the normal respec of saying you get 1 point in hard shell. We absolutely max out overclock, no questions asked. With 4 points remaining, we absolutely need 2 charges of null op, even though it's going to cost AP. It's fine. The most important thing is getting the next 3 levels. Once you have maxed out overclock and 4-pointed null op, you're basically ready to go. You then still want to kind of rush up here for 0 interrupts. That's like nice when you get another 4 points, but the big thing is getting the next 3. But we'll put her in a Simstream trainer when we can and get her to like level, what, 10, 9, whatever. She'll be fine. Anyway, we can manage the deck and say repair this. 7k and 18 hours is not expensive, but you have to have a hacker wield the deck to repair it. I said I was going to move over towards Refract, which I'm going to do. 1 point in Blend is fine. But getting some strength, getting some reaction can move up, and then we start getting points into Refract. This is just like very, very useful clutch talent. It blocks sight and attacks. You can run through it, but basically you can be like, okay, well, I'm just going to melee you, put this shield right behind. This enemy is now fully isolated for 1 or 2 turns. You functionally stunned everyone but the guy you're killing, and everyone can focus fire, like whoever's running to front, and it's fine. Or you're like, ah, my turn sucked. Okay, well, and you can make this thing like have pretty long range. You can upgrade the range to like pretty far. This one is plus 5 meters, which is a lot. It starts at 7. You can add another 7 to it. So you can put it 14 meters out to like really make sure that even using a gun, you're in a good spot there. And you can make it also cost 0 AP, and you can bring it back every 4 turns and have 2 charges. Like this is a really, really good oh crap button kind of thing. And I think that's fine for now. We'll let some of the time tick down. We finish the repair. Yeah, okay, so now this is the quest that starts the main quest I was talking about. This is a legwork that gets you somebody who gives you basically the hardest optional objective in the game, which is why I really, really wanted the second hacker, because you can save a lot of time in finishing that optional quest, which we'll get to when we get to. Anyway, this will end this episode. I know I said normally I would... Actually, no. Okay. I said before that I wanted to have episodes start with the mission itself, so I'm going to try to keep burning through base management, and at the end we'll pick that up. So... I did this wrong. Whoops, I misclicked. I meant to press C to switch, and I pressed spacebar, which is to mint the file. So unfortunately, I've got some like useful stuff that I haven't sort of finished playing with. Oh well. Not used by a set. Got a lot of these actually. Let's go make some money. Right, and double checking. Not used by a set means they are free flowing and I can just sell them for money straight up. They don't like anything else for me. I'm just double checking in the top right corner that there's not like use this to create a file or something, but so far, you know, so far we're chilling. So it just goes to the highest bidder, which is often these guys. Merc dossiers. Neat. But Potato's paying the most, so sure. 45k for Magnus is not too bad. He still owes us 2 favors, which is not horrible. Although we are getting a little light here, so I will grab another one. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I meant to sell it for a favor. I griefed. 94k. Ooh, the rate here is pretty bad. I'd rather take the money. You want to get kind of close to the price per favor. Wow, we're just shy. That's too bad. She's a biotech researcher. She owes us 6 favors already, so we don't need more. These are worth nothing. Our underworld dossiers. Have fun, Octane. All you, buddy. Oh, wait. We'll skip this one. This one is sellable, right? These vulnerable host assessments are usable to create hack missions. I still may just sell them because maybe that's actually just correct. But yeah, Potato, I will take this favor, though, because I do want some favors. We look at the accounts. There are lots. Basically just enter plus space over and over again. I don't believe there's anything special with accounts ever. It's just get the money. I don't... Whatever. We'll just let Mongrel level up. It's fine. Make our money. We give Mongrel some influence. We can stop at 70 for her. Potato, Cyberdex level 3 is still valuable, so we'll sell it to him for influence. Otherwise, we're making money. And hey, we're pretty rich now. That's good. We're going to upgrade the room. Because by upgrading the room, we can mint 4-piece file sets and then make more money, which is useful. This is going to be, again, it's going to be a battle strike, which means we only want combatants. Which, again, means not the hackers. So Vanguard, Scourge, Cyber Knight, Vanguard is probably the set. An alternative is to play it even more slowly. Kick one of these guys out of the trainer. Put my secondary hacker into the trainer and run the combatants. That's actually probably better, actually. These guys only got XP for one mission, but at the end of the day, that's what we actually want. So I'm going to get this Battle Strike mission. Great. Yeah, so part of the reason we had a lot of repeat missions is story progress is gated behind power level. And so battle strikes become available at power level 2. Seemingly, the storyline I've been mentioning repeatedly is available at power level 2. You don't get it until you get that far. And so I was like, I really want my second hacker, and I want to be able to train her with XP before I get to power 2 so that I can like have strong units and play this out well. So there's friction. He doesn't like the Blue Ox gang. It's a battle strike job. It's called Sync Pillage, and it never has hacking. It is always mandatory combat, and it is on a tile set that I know pretty well. It's pretty small. This is the one where we did the raid, and it only had five pieces to it. We're going to talk to her in a couple of days. I will let her get out of detox. And so at the end of the day, how do you want to play this out, basically? Okay, cool. So he's got a bodyguard mission for me. So I've got at least 2 missions I can for sure run before this even happens. I want detox permanently busy, of course. And I want at least I want my secondary hacker sitting in the trainer for the battle strike. I don't care if my primary hacker is there. Him detoxing is fine. It's probably slightly better. Like, I think realistically, the ideal squad... I know I'm like really overstating this, but like I want to think about this correctly. My ideal squad is Cyber Knight, Scourge, probably primary Vanguard, and this guy. This is the 4 who are going to be fighting, so like I could pull him out. Now the squad that would go on the actual the story mission is going to be Cyber Knight, Hacker, probably Vanguard, actually. It's Cyber Knight, Hacker, Vanguard, or Cyber Knight, Hacker, Scourge. Scourge would be better in the combat. Vanguard would help me would help me bypass some of the traps. Which is probably slightly better. Especially if she gets refract in time, which I think she's likely to, so... Yeah, I guess I just want as much XP as possible on both hackers. And so... I think I want to run as far forward as I can. I want to detox somebody who's not that important, because I am going to pull these guys out of the trainer once we run this battle strike. So which means the detox can safely be like secondary Vanguard or something, because she's not running the missions. She's not running any of the missions. I need to, I guess, wait a little bit longer. I don't know, there's some weird bugs going on, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so we get a hype limit break for her. These aren't the best options, of course. Minus discontent is just not a big deal. I don't want to do 30-day buffs. So we'll just, increase your will and legwork, which is fine. But again, I do really want to detox my secondary Vanguard. I don't know why I can't do that. That's very odd. I don't know what's going on there. But we'll let things move forward. I've got another token I can spend for heat, which seems very reasonable. Might as well. Lower stress resist, all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, so with my money, what do I actually want to build next with my money? I didn't really think about that. That's going to be too expensive. We're not doing that. And it's also, the marginal upgrade is very small. This is, yeah, some more stress per bench, and it's faster, which is like pretty good. I think field ops is really useful. And I should have been starting on this sooner, but I think I want to upgrade Field Up Center to make missions easier. And I might also do it for the hacking station, which is not much more expensive either, so we'll just kind of have both of them start. That seems fine to me. We'll try again to see if we can detox her. I don't know why it's being weird. Yeah, I don't know why that is. That's very strange. Here, we'll have you... you can go learn Blend. You can also go grab a random pistol. I don't care. Here you go. You have a real layout. Does that do anything for you? Are you happy now? No. Okay. I don't know why that is. Oh well. Okay, cold storage is done, which means we can now print another file set, of which I've got several. We print the best files we can. There's one, and then there's two. We look at our files, we filter by not used by a set, and hey, we made 90k, which didn't pay for the thing just yet. We also low rolled. We got the low level commons each time when there was a chance to get much higher level ones. Like this could have been like 400k each, like really easily. We just didn't get lucky. Even still, of course, they upsell for 5% or so. So we made 100k back, which isn't horrible. All right, we'll just let this set up for us. Hey, we should get someone from Milsec on our payroll. We basically want higher tier contacts to do stuff. So, want to get in contact with somebody from Bravestar. We need like a sector commander from Bravestar, and Blur is our face. If you need to find somebody, she can do it with legwork, but she can only be on one legwork at a time. Depending on the network we need, other team members may also be able to step in and help. Having a Bravestar officer on take will provide us consistent access to key leverage. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we can use her or him or whatever. We can use a Bravestar contact if we get favors, or able to pay them. We can get special kinds. So we can wait on this. I kind of want to power up. I haven't actually clicked delay before. I want to see what happens here. Okay, we can pick it up anytime in the next few months. Okay, cool. So you are allowed to be really chill here and wait 3 months and make sure you're powerful enough to run the mission chain, which, I mean, for the content of the Let's Play, obviously you want to do it sooner, but like, I really do want my secondary hacker to be strong enough to be like not a liability on that mission, and for my Vanguard to have well upgraded vision walls. So I am probably going to try to jam on getting more powerful as quickly as I can. I think that's going to be the approach here. Cool, we finally got to send her to detox. I don't know what prevented that, but at least you can do it now. We didn't have to wait for them to leave the trainer, like, naturally. There's no real difference from kicking them out early, but whatever. Okay, so... yeah, okay, so we have a raid here, which is going to be due in 8.5 days plus some other time. This bodyguard job is in 2 days, and I want to see if it's one that needs a hacker or not, because that might change some of my decision making. So I'm going to start this chat. The razor wire break-in, and it is in a non-hacking zone, which means I can safely throw both hackers in the trainer once this guy's out, and then run these 2 missions back to back that don't need hacking. They should both be pretty straightforward. Battle strikes should be relatively quick. One thing I actually also want to look at real quick before I go, as we kind of finish up the little like final pieces here, is I want to see if it's worth buying a sniper rifle yet. So we'll go look at weapons, sort by powerful and rare. And yeah, again, these weapons are very expensive, right? They cost, like the level 3 weapons cost as much as getting an entire building upgrade, which means I'm a little bit loath to do so frequently. But getting, like, these aren't terribly expensive. I can get a pair of these, and if I want to run both snipers in my combat missions, especially the Battle Strike mission, right? Then I can say, hey, we have Cyber Knight, Vanguard, Sniper. Hackers are in reserve. And we get, you know, a pretty decent set of, and of course, like, here's the level 1s, right, that we're not going to use very much of. But we could buy a level 1 sniper, right? And for twice the price, we get a level 2 sniper. But what we get, right now, actually, there's a compare, right? So if we spend twice the money, what we get is about 20% more damage, significantly better range, a better Overwatch angle, and then the other things don't matter all that much. I mean, recoil does matter, but if you're doing focused fire, you can ignore it. And then the other benefit is the crit is, instead of doing double damage, it does about, you know, 10% more than double damage in, you know, functional practice, right? You're doing 222 damage instead of doing 200 damage. So if I want to spend twice the money, I get 10% more armor shred, 10% more crit damage, and 20% more base damage, which, you know, not horrible. I could even do one of each if I really wanted to. So I'm not sure. I will probably make that decision in the next episode. But what I'm going to do basically is, I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking of what I want to actually do, and I'm taking too long to really make the decision here, which is not exactly ideal, of course. I'm going to go ahead and detox my second Vanguard. No, she's going on the mission. Actually, I'm going to detox the second Vanguard because the Scourge and the Snipers are going on the mission. The Scourge is going to be part of this, and then these guys are going to be the combatants. So she can be detoxing, and she'll be functionally B team for this. She's going to miss out on some XP gain, but oh well. That's fine. It is what it is. We're just going to do it that way. She can go detox. We will... I should buy these sniper rifles. I should buy the sniper rifles. And you know what? I'm going to buy level 1 sniper rifles because that's just going to be the play. So, show me weapons. Sort by rarity. And I'm just going to buy 2 little, you know, tiny street scouts. And it's fine. We'll buy 2. They're a little bit cheaper from Origami Joe, which is kind of nice. Cost me 140k. It's not horrible. We can equip our sniper friends with them. I will have you exit the trainer. I mean, I could have had you exit whenever I wanted to, but we'll cancel it now. Yes. We will start training Hacker 1 and Hacker 2. They're going to be done in 8 days. And then we are going to run the Battle Strike with our sniper rifles and with leverage. The unfortunate timing here is... Actually, no, this... Yeah, I can't get the field up center done in time because I'm still upgrading the pieces, so I've got to actually just go for straight up just buy the leverage and go. Waiting 3 days is not going to be important. Passive leverage doesn't feel very important. I never did use the action point one from the previous one, but basically saying, hey, on the first 2 turns, no one has armor, let's kill people. Seems very valuable. This is basically saying deal double damage for the first few turns. Yeah, I'm definitely, I'm, you know, very happy with doing that. Of course, the hacking station does nothing from right now, but let's go get our people ready. We know we've got people set up in training, and we're just going to set the squad up, and then we'll end the episode. So here's our folks. Loadouts invalid, that's fine, we can fix that. Our Cyber Knight, we, actually we'll do it this way. We will detach the silencer. We've got an AR and a pistol. You get a sniper rifle and a revolver. I don't believe there are any mods here that we can run. We could choose to buy some. It wouldn't be the worst idea, actually, to buy some optics for these weapons and whatnot. But I'm going to choose to be miserly here and not bother. First aid kit is fine, but I'm going to upgrade to concussion grenades here. I think they are overall superior. 16 units versus, what does the Dazzler say its range? 18. Or I could grab like a smoke grenade. That has a lot of value, actually. I'm going to grab smoke grenades here. So healing and smoke grenade for the sniper. For the second sniper, right, Merc profile, get rid of the silencer. It doesn't matter, he's not going to run that one anyway. Grabbing the second sniper rifle. He's got a concussion grenade. We're going to grab first aid kits for everybody to be safe. We're going to switch concussion grenade out for smoke grenade on you as well, just because they're not going to typically be in range to actually hit offensive grenades. And then your profile. I think we will just straight up replace this pistol with just a bigger pistol. I think that's fine. And we'll just attack from farther away on average, and I think that's all right. The one downside is these... Nah, actually, we're going to go for a regular, because this way I can have 1 AP shots. But we remove the silencer because silencer lowers your damage output. And then we'll replace the Dazzler with a concussion grenade. Still got a first aid kit, though. I guess we should train these guys while we're here, now that we are, of course, here. So, into the sniper tree. And now that we are actually sniping, of course, we've already got Death Watch. Getting a third charge doesn't seem that needed. Skull Shot is cool because if it kills, you get your AP back, which seems very much worth grabbing. Pathfinder seems of very low value. Spend 1 AP to gain some move speed. Meh. He is lower level, so his upgrades are worse, but we'll take the 3 AP recharge. Plus turns for Strike Zone seems less good. JTAC plus duration seems actually better because actually it already lasts to like a lot of turns already. I think getting the recharge is better here. I think it's actually better to be able to move it more often. I'm not sure that's true. I'm going to choose that, but I'm not sure it's true. I'm not sure it's correct. I didn't think charges... Maybe the accuracy on Death Watch was correct, but I'm not sure. But I still have unspent points. Oh, I can do a lot here. Okay. Rapid Ready. If it kills, reload your weapon. Yeah, we should just grab this talent as well then. Oh, I'm at talent limit. I'm going to drop Perimeter Eye then, actually. We'll just respec this. That's fine. Our multi-class will once again be Sniper. We'll train in that. And of course, we're going to skip Perimeter Eye this time. In fact, it's been hard to use anyway, so I'm just going to skip it forever now. Hit Streak seems hard to use. So we've got our talents. Yeah, we haven't found a use for Hit Streak and not much for Perimeter Eye. Quiet Kill is useless here. Fleeting is going to be useless here. Zeroed Sights is not that useful. I mean, I could try to Hit Streak, but it just doesn't seem correct right now. I'd rather just spend my points making these things better. And so I think it's going to be just like... Is it just heavily upgrading Strike Zone? The range is 35 meters, which is quite good. I could go for a substantial upgrade to Skull Shot as well. But is that what I need? I mean, it's really just... Your attack is free, the talent, which is quite nice, but I'd rather upgrade these, I think. I think I get more value out of them. The other question is, do I want to... I guess I'll take a third charge in Death Watch, just to be really kind of safe here, but... and I do want the second charge of Strike Zone, so I'm gonna run for that right away. I can't get the extra charge of JTAC, but I will take the recharge delay here. Or I can make Strike Zone stronger. We'll take the recharge here. I think that's fine. Okay, so you're happy where you are. You go into class training. You go to Sniper Tree. You never grabbed this stuff. And I guess we just won't take Rapid Ready, and it's fine. Actually, no, I'm going to respec you as well, because we just aren't using Perimeter Eye, honestly. Add multi-class. We go into Sniper. We train as Sniper. I know we're doing like the exact same tree here, but it just seems correct to do so. I think I'm going to try going for this stuff, though, and see if like there's a lot of value in getting the... Maybe that's actually wrong. I don't know. Getting the multiple charge of this stuff is really valuable, I think. Get a second Strike Zone. Make JTAC a bit nicer. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should have done this or not. I don't really know, but whatever. We've got Death Watch. We've got Skull Shot. These are at least useful talents. I might be building my characters wrong. I don't really know. But at the end of the day, this is my squad. We've got big sniper rifles. We've got this unsilenced pistol. We've got an AR. And next episode, we're going to go ahead and run the first Battle Strike of the campaign. See you next time. Bye-bye.